Hello, hello. I'm live. Today is 22nd February. My name is Saurabh, and today is my live. This is my live session. Okay, I don't think I was this very consistent this week. I didn't go live yesterday, and I also didn't go live on the Thursday of the 19th. I track it. I have a note here. If you want to see this. So, Bunmi, I was not very consistent this week. This was a not so great week in terms of how I worked and behaved and did work and did things on. But I will obviously get back to the track. A lot of things at my head, in my on my head, and I will talk about them one by one. So first things first, I have this insane and huge FOMO about how the world of AI is changing the world around me, and I am yet a silent participant. I've had this distinct FOMO and feeling multiple times in life. I remember the first time I got this feeling was when the entire crypto revolution happened, and I was just sitting on the sidelines and doing nothing. I have no participation in crypto as an industry. I'm aware of it, but I have zero participation, no money, no investments, no assets, nothing that can help me tide over the crypto investments. So that's one thing. The second time I had the feeling was when I was not able to even go into the Web3 space. Now crypto and Web3 space could be different, same or whatever, but I had a very distinct feeling about that. Then I had this feeling when the entire world built social media brands, personal brands, and distribution lists, and yet I was unable to do anything about that. So that was a distinct feeling. And then obviously when I was doing my startup, I was like, यार पूरी दुनिया कुछ कुछ कर रही है और हमारा कुछ काम नहीं चल रहा है. So that was also a thing that I wanted to figure out. So that's the thing that I've been thinking a lot about, and I don't really have an answer to that. So that's one thing that I woke up thinking, and I have this lingering feeling for the last few days about in my head. So I'm going to probably fix it. I do not know if I can learn code at this age. I tried hard to learn the Claude code and the cursors and the Vercels, but I was unable to do even that. Even installation, yaar, matlab, can you beat that? But I think I'm going to do a lot more effort and work on it now. Luckily, there is nothing to distract me per se because let's say I control all my time. So that's one large thing that I want to talk about. The other thing I want to talk about is this entire thing about fitness. I probably watch more fitness content than an average 43-year-old man does. I think about fitness more than an average young person thinks about it about fitness, and yet I am unable to take action on it, and I do not know what the roadblock is. I also have told myself that I need to choose inconvenience, I need to choose discomfort, I need to work hard. I also know the why of why I want to be fit. I also have some thought in terms of uh, shifting my identity to be a fit person, in the sense that as a person I choose to work in a certain manner, eat in a certain manner, and yet I'm unable to do anything about fitness piece. um, I'll tell you what's been easy for me. Easy for me is to avoid things. I haven't had Diet Coke in, I don't know, man, a few months now. I haven't. I am able to skip breakfast, and I'm okay to not eat most days. The other day, I think a few days ago, I did a 40-hour fast, 40, 38 hours fast, and I can do that. In fact, here is my thought on the live session that I will ensure that I'll be on fast from today onwards. Let's see how long I can last. It's no, it's just about 8 a.m. Let me put my zero clock on, and let's see how long I can push. Last time I did it, I was at 38 hours. I do not know when I can do this. I'm going to start it from midnight of today, actually 2 a.m. today. So I have 6 hours of fasted thing that has happened so far. So I'll do that. That's two. The third thing, which is probably the most important. So I was playing pickle yesterday, and I was at the court with Ronak and Shika Chandni, and we played a game with Guru. Guru is the guy who manages the court, the one we would play at. So while I was playing with Guru, on the court next to me, there was this trainer who was training a young lady and her daughter. Daughter was about 5 or 6 years old, and lady would have been 35ish. And मैं ना अपना ये नहीं देख रहा था. I was looking at them. I was looking at how the coach was throwing the ball, how the girl was hitting, how the lady was hitting the ball, and they had like 100 balls that they had spread all over the court, and they would go and pick it and then do the practice all over again. So they played for about an hour, and then further down there's a paddle court, and there was a young couple playing paddle there, and that was also interesting game. They were not playing great, but that was an interesting game. The point being that that I was more interested in what this coach was doing with the two students, what the young couple was doing on the court, that I was not focused on my game. Um, Obviously my game was important. I lost a couple of those, won couple of those, but imagine the same effort and energy if put onto my own game, I would have probably done uh, uh, a lot more there. I mean a lot more as in that I played well, but could I do more? So it boils down to that entire thing about focus ki apna काम देख लो, अपनी लाइफ देख लो, why are you worried about what is the other person doing? And that's something that I tell the entire world, that you should march to your own drum beats, and you should drum your own song, and you should do what you want to, and you should not be worried about what other people do, think, or operate from. And yet I was not able to concentrate on my game. So what I did was like a typical meditation thing, what I have been taught in meditation. Each time my mind went to what other folks were doing, I would bring that back to the current game. Not that I played well, not that I won any games after that, but I was able to see the game a lot more, and I was involved in the game a lot more. Arjun, for example, would have had that he would be extremely sharply focused on that one target. Can I not become Arjun? And that also reminds me the entire fact of getting that cheap phone to ensure that all the calls, my phone is not with me, is something like that. So in fact, today is one of those days wherein I will probably not carry my phone around. I will only carry that other phone and forward the calls from here. I am expecting a very important call today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make those calls from myself so that I don't have to keep waiting and keep hoping that the call will come or not. So let's see if that can work out. I plan to not touch my laptop after 3:34 today. Let's see how I'm able to push on that. I also want to go see the sunset. I also want to catch a play, and I don't know what all. I also want to do some laundry. So let's see. 3 4 दिन के बाद देखते हैं कैसे काम होता है, and then what do I do, and then we'll take from there. But I think this is on the agenda apart from all the work I have to do. Actually, now I'm thinking I may not be able to stop with my laptop at 3:30 because I have a lot of work planned, including the weekly letter that I have to write. But this focus thing is an interesting one, so I need to work on this as a thought and do it for myself. So yeah, I think this is it. See you around. See you tomorrow. Have a great Sunday. See you around. Bye.